Well, what's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Um, it is Monday. It is Victory Monday. It is big time Victory Monday. And I hope you guys had fun. I've been looking for Washington fans, and I can't find them. I can't find them to save my life. I mean, literally, if it was a matter of life and death and I have to find a Washington fan, I guess I would go to the one that I can at least say is a true burgundy and gold Washington fan. That would be my cousin Daniel. In fact, I tried to go down there and get to him, but I got stuck in traffic for like 2 hours trying to get to his house. It seems like all the forces are going against us when it comes to finding Washington fans. But, they wanted Dallas. They got Dallas. Yeah. So we have one game left in our division, and that's against, of course, the Philadelphia Eagles after we play the Cardinals this week coming up. Um, the big problem, of course, throughout the NFL right now is COVID. COVID is actually all of a sudden just blowing up and changing travel plans and changing everything for the NFL. Now, the CDC actually came out today and changed the length of time for isolation. Well, the recommended time was 10 days. Now it's actually isolation down to 5 because they think they're realizing it takes very little time for this incubate. You get it and you got it right now. It's not going to be 10 days to find out, which I guess in some regards is good news. Now, for the Cowboys, we got hit with Jordan Lewis being on the list as well as Malik Hooker. Both of those guys sat out, didn't seem to affect us too much. In fact, you could look at it and say Boss Man Fat got some experience and some playing time and looks like he's going to be the real deal. And it makes you say, I feel good about the future when you think about Diggs and Boss Man Fat out there. But the Cowboys do have some more players that are going onto the COVID list. Um, Linebacker Francis Bernard was added to the list along with practice squad players, offensive tackle Aviante Collins. I'm sorry, I don't even know who that was. And wide receiver Brandon Smith have been added to the list. So it's still possible that they could end up getting off the list, although, with the exception of Francis Bernard, the other guys aren't anywhere close to the field. But they could get off the list before the game time if were needed. The fortunate thing for the Cowboys is they seem to be getting healthy at the right time. Zeke Elliott says, "Hey, this is the best I feel." He's like, literally, I'm 1,000% better than I was a couple of weeks ago. And the nice thing is we were able to get the victory without running him into the ground. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to continue that pattern and then use him all out, of course, in the playoffs. The same thing, of course, with Tony Pollard. Um, you saw yesterday the Dallas Cowboys literally passing the football around to everybody, including offensive linemen. Shout out to Terrence Steele and shout out to Zeke Elliott for getting that football for his, first and only touchdown. He ended up getting it from a fan in the crowd. So shout out to Zeke looking out for his teammate getting that touchdown. But that's where we are, at least right now. The good news is we didn't sustain major injuries or anything in that game, so that's great for us. For Washington, man, they're hurt bad. They're hurt bad. I mean, physically, mentally, emotionally, their feelings are hurt. They're in bad shape. My big question is, after the Washington football team making fun of the Cowboys and us bringing our benches because at FedEx Field, the Seattle Seahawks basically said the heated seats wouldn't work there in Washington, as well as most of the things. It's not really hard to believe that the benches wouldn't work, especially since they've had sewage pipes bust on the fans. That's the way they treat the fans. How do you think they treat the enemy? If anything's going to get fixed, it'll be fixed on the Washington side before the visitor side. So the Cowboys bringing the heated seats, you can see that makes sense. Washington, on the other hand, they were going to a stadium that is an indoor stadium in Texas. The temperatures this past weekend were about 80 degrees outside. Heated seats? Really? They made fun of the Cowboys bringing heated seats to a stadium that we know that they were broken. They tried to make us like the Cowboys are bougie Look at them bougie Cowboys. They're bringing their own benches and things in there. You at least had that against us and say, look at this, we're blue collar, we're tough and all that. So what do? You say, we're going to be just like them. We're going to get our own heated seats and take them to an indoor stadium. Well, I guess it worked. Seemed like they were pretty heated on the sidelines. I'm Mark Holmes, and boy, did that feel good last night, seeing them literally obliterate the Washington football team. Hope you're having a great Victory Monday. And, well, Washington, you got to do better than this, bro. You got to do better than this. I'll see you soon. Oh, one last thing. If it weren't for the Dallas Cowboys, Washington would probably be a playoff team. So for all those that say that, hey, Washington stinks, they had won quite a few games. They just ran into the buzzsaw that is the Dallas Cowboys. Peace.